Good morning, it's a beautiful day. Good morning, I can make it that way. To have a good morning, all I have to say is it's a good morning when I see it that way. I woke up to cloudy skies. I didn't even want to open my eyes. I pulled the covers way up and over my head. Then I began to realize I'm so lucky to be alive. And with a smile I popped right up and said, oh, good morning, it's a beautiful day. Good morning, I can make it that way. To have a good morning, all I have to say is it's a good morning when I see it that way. When I wake up feeling good and everything goes just as it should, it's not hard to call it a wonderful day. But even when I'm feeling down, I can easily turn it around. I just have to stop myself and say, oh, good morning, it's a beautiful day. Good morning, I can make it that way. To have a good morning, all I have to say is it's a good morning when I see it that way. It's a good morning 'cause I create it that way.
It's so sad that this is the last Sunday we'll see you for a while. Oh. Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome. This is the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Vero Beach. So if it's not the place you want to be, we're. But we call it UUFVB for short. And I want to welcome all of you in the sanctuary and those of you online. I am Reverend Tom Capo, the minister here. I use the pronouns he, him, and his. And for those who are vision impaired in any way, I am wearing today a Spread Sunshine Not Hate t-shirt. Woo! And, I have long hair and glasses and white male, but the t-shirt's the most important thing. Let's see. Whether you are young or old, gay or straight, or identify in any other manner, whether you're on the top of the world or perhaps burdened with some worries of the world, whether you are gathered here with us or joining us via technology somewhere out there and who knows where, cyberspace, welcome. We accept you just as you are and hope you accept each other just as you are. I want to say the mission of this church because we don't always say what our mission is, but right now we've codified our mission as we, a caring, liberal, religious community, encourage spiritual growth and seek justice for all. If you're visiting with us for the first time, we warmly welcome you and hope you'll join us in coffee hour, which is down that way. Just follow the crowd. And if it's your first time, or maybe the first couple of times, grab a red mug, and we'll know who you are. We'll know that you're new, and we'll come and talk to you. I mean, we'll talk to you anyway. Generally speaking, we would talk to you anyway. But a red mug will be like a laser to you. I don't mean to. That doesn't sound bad, does it? Okay. Take a look at your order of service for upcoming events. And if you're new and would like to talk to me about Unitarian Universalism or UUFEB, I'll be in my office after the service. We call that UU 101. So please join us. You can get your questions answered, perhaps, or I'll say, I don't know, one of the two, and we'll figure that out. We've moved the greeting to this part of the service now. So many people in here, it's wonderful. What I'm hoping you will do is, in just a second, get up and wander around if you can. If you can't, stay there, and people will come to you and say good morning and say your name and say something wonderful and kind to them. So, go ahead and greet one another. Oh, good, thank you. What? No, but I want to say something about Veterans Day. All right, everybody. Before we, thank you, Mike. Thank you. Before we move into our introit this morning, I had a little reminder this morning that, this week is Veterans Day. And if I could ask those of you who are veterans, please stand. Thank you very much for your service. It is our tradition to light a chalice at the beginning of our services. And say some words that are meaningful to us. So if you will join me. We light our chalice as a symbol of gratitude. In the sanctuary, we harvest bushels of strength for one another. We cultivate a simple sweetness to brighten our spirits. May we be grateful for the ways we nourish and uplift each other, for it is sharing this hollow time together that sustains us.
Our first hymn this morning is another new one. It's called We Walk in Love. And after 2 requests last Sunday to have sheet music for brand new hymns that are not in our hymnal, very good, there's a notice in the front of the bulletin, and that the music is right outside of these middle doors on the box office shelf there. So for those of you who are music readers and really want that music, you can get it. So I've made some copies, but Brent is going to play it through for us. It's a really fun gospel-style song. He's going to play it through for us once, and I think you're going to get it, and I think you're going to like it. Please rise as you're willing and able. We walk in love.
Good morning. It's time for all ages time. I'll be reading the book Be Kind by Pat Zietlow Miller, illustrated by Jen Hill. Tanisha spilled grape juice yesterday, all over her new dress. Everyone laughed. I almost did too, but Mom always tells me to be kind, so I tried. I don't think it worked. I said, "Purple is my favorite color." I thought Tanisha would smile, but she ran into the hall instead. When she came back, snack time was over. She put on her art smock and didn't look at anyone. I almost told Tanisha that art was my favorite class, but I didn't want her to leave again, so I painted purple splotches and added some green until I had a bunch of beautiful violets. While I painted, I thought about Tanisha. Should I have handed her my napkin? Let her borrow my sweatshirt? Spilled juice so everyone stared at me instead? What does it mean to be kind, anyway? Maybe it's giving, making cookies for Mr. Rinaldi who lives alone, letting someone with smaller feet have my too tight shoes. He might win races in them too. Maybe it's helping, putting dirty dishes in the sink, cleaning up after Otis, our class guinea pig. He's a messy eater. Maybe it's paying attention, telling Desmond I like his blue boots, asking the new girl to be my partner, listening to Aunt Franny's stories, even the ones I've heard before. Being kind should be easy, like throwing away a wrapper or recycling a bottle or saying, "Thank you, bless you." My mom says the quickest way to be kind is to use people's names. "Hey, Kayla, What's new, Omar? Good afternoon, Rabbi Mandelbaum. Being kind can be hard, too, even when you know what to do. Teaching someone something I'm good at is tricky, even when I'm patient. And sticking up for someone when other kids aren't kind is really hard and really scary. Maybe I can't solve Tanisha's grape juice problem. Maybe all I can do is sit by her in art class and paint this picture for her, because I know she likes purple too. Maybe I can only do small things, but my small things might join small things other people do, and together they could grow into something big. Something really big. So big that all our kindnesses spill out of our school and spread throughout town. They travel across the country. Thank you for your service. Welcome home. And go all the way around the world. Right back to Tanisha and me, so we can be kind again and again and again.
Our kids to the classes.
This is a time in our service when we acknowledge that we each come together with our own joys and sorrows, gifts and needs. Before me is water, the very sustenance of life. Water can buoy you up, nourish, cleanse, and replenish you. It's the source of life, which creates beauty and the very making of tears. This community, like water, is the very sustenance of many of our lives, especially when we remember our sacred obligation to buoy each other up in times of sadness, to nourish one another in times of want, to cleanse one another with acts of kindness and generosity, and to replenish one another when our hearts are weary and worn. Today, with this water, I remind us visually of our sacred obligation to one another. Hide salt for the tears that have fallen this week. May we remember that there are those among us who are in pain. So let's be tender with one another, for we know not what is held in the silent sanctuary of one another's hearts. And I add some flowers to remind us of the beauty and joy that surrounds us in our lives, that floats on the surface of many of our faces and enlivens our spirits. In a moment, I will invite those who find this ritual meaningful to come forward and place a stone in one of the bowls of water here. But before I do, if there are those who wish me to place a stone for them, if you will raise your hand. Now, those who find it meaningful, please come forward. May all that we offer one another keep us connected and blessed during this time together and the week ahead. Amen. Now is the time in our service when we express our gratitude and commitment by sharing our financial resources. To contribute to the fellowship, there's an envelope in the front of your pew, or you can use your camera to open this QR reader app, and so you can give to UUFEB that way. Today is also Sharing Sustenance Sunday, one of our social justice outreach efforts. On the second Sunday of each month, the loose plate collection goes to the food pantry of Indian River County and our fellowship's monthly Meals for Persons in Transitional Housing. The non-perishable food items and toiletries you brought today, there's some here in front and there's a ton more in the office. I want to thank all of you for that. Are going to be delivered to Indian River Food Pantry, as well as the loose plate collection. In addition, the loose plate finances Meals for Persons in Transitional Housing. Our fellowship's meal team prepares and delivers meals to 3 transitional housing programs: Camp Haven, James Arthur Court, and Naomi's Place. These agencies provide formerly homeless persons, men and women, with interim housing. So important today. I know that many of you have heard that the STAT benefits have been discontinued. I hope many of you will give generously for those people in need. Thank you.
For the offertory, I'm going to share a song with you that I wrote a few years ago when I was having a particularly bad day. Anyone ever have a bad day? And I was feeling really edgy toward some people. Ever have that feeling? And I knew that what I needed to do was to soften my edges. When I'm feeling angry or unkind, when frustration builds up in my mind, when there's too much chaos in my day, I just stop, take a breath, and say, soften my heart, let love shine through. Soften my mind, my spirit too. Soften my thoughts right from the start. Soften my words, soften my soul, soften my heart. When I'm feeling anxious or afraid, or when changes mess up plans I've made, when the dark days take my peace away, I step back, close my eyes, and say, soften my heart, let love shine through. Soften my eyes, my listening to. Soften my face when tension starts. Soften my voice, soften my touch, soften my heart. Soften my heart, let love shine through. Soften my mind, my spirit too. Soften my thoughts right from the start. Soften my words, soften my soul, soften my heart. Soften my voice, soften my touch, soften my heart. Soften my heart.
Beautiful. Thank you for inviting me. And thank you, Reverend Tom, and this fellowship for being such a vital part of our Vero Beach Kind campaign. So for those of you who may not know, Vero Beach Kind is a grassroots campaign that was formed almost 3 years ago when anti-Semitic literature was dropped in our Vero Beach neighborhoods. Local faith leaders, community leaders, and concerned citizens joined together with Rabbi Michael Bernholtz to form a community response. We pondered over our responsibility, over the wording, the logo, for months. We wanted to acknowledge hate, that it exists, even unkind thoughts existing within ourselves. Yet we wanted to emphasize light, hope, and unity. So Reverend Elizabeth Johnson, formerly of Community Church, came up with our logo, Spread Sunshine, Not Hate. I'd like to use this idea of focusing on what we do want in a practice this morning. So if you could sit comfortably, and as a way of turning inward, perhaps closing your eyes or just keeping them open, gazing softly. The practice we'll do today is pause, breathe, reflect, and choose. So stop whatever you're doing right now, whatever's going on in your head, thoughts of the future, thoughts of the past, just pausing. And then turning attention to your breathing. Not just a quick breath, but really pause and feel your breath, just as it is, moving in, moving out. Join in, riding this wave of breath. Begin to notice the quiet space between the breaths. The pause after the exhale before the next breath arises. And reflect from this quiet, this stillness. Notice how thoughts just arise, how feelings arise. In noticing, you might be aware of kind thoughts, and perhaps some not so kind thoughts. You might notice peaceful feelings and perhaps also feelings of anger or indignation. Just noticing without stopping them, but without getting involved, noticing. And now choosing. Where do you want your attention, your energy to go? Not what it is that you don't want, but what is important to you. Like our logo, acknowledging hate, but choosing sunshine. As we close this meditation practice, take in these words by the 14th century Persian poet Hafiz, reflecting on what's important to him. It's an excerpt from I Know the Way You Can Get. Oh, I know the way you can get if you have not been drinking love. You might rip apart every sentence your friend and teacher say, looking for hidden clauses. You might weigh every word on a scale like a dead fish. You might pull out a ruler to measure from every angle in your darkness the beautiful dimensions of a heart you once trusted. That is why Hafiz says, bring your cup near me, for all I care about is quenching your thirst for freedom. All a sane man can ever care about is giving love.
I don't know if you know that there is a world kindness movement. The declaration to establish it occurred in Tokyo, Japan, September 20th, 1997, and it was launched in 1998 by a coalition of NGOs, non-governmental organizations, and it's now observed throughout many nations of the world: Canada, Australia, Nigeria, United Arab Emirates, and here. You heard some of the examples of kindness in our time for all ages today. Simple acts like letting someone have your too big shoes so they can wear them on because they no longer fit your feet. Or making cookies, or putting dishes in the sink, or telling someone you like what they're wearing, or listening to someone's stories who've told you those stories time and time and time and time again. What do you notice about these simple acts of kindness? Perhaps that they are actions that are not earned, not necessarily deserved, that they are freely given without expectation of getting anything in return. While it may seem reasonable to think that kindness is good, maybe even healthy, there may be some of you who are a little cynical about that. You might think, oh, kindness is fine, but what does it really do? There has actually been, very recently, research on kindness. In an article by the American Psychiatric Association, research, they had to define your terms before you can do the research. So they defined kindness as benevolent and helpful actions intentionally directed toward another person, motivated by the desire to help another, not for reward and not to avoid punishment. So what did they find? Researchers found that kindness can increase happiness and self-esteem while decreasing stress and emotional reactivity. Researchers found that the receiver of kindness, someone you're kind to, places great value not just on that kindness, but on the warmth that you show them. That you show them a positive reaction, an unexpected positive reaction to them. Another feature of kindness supported by research is that it's contagious. People who receive acts of kindness are more likely to be kind and generous. Now, I do believe that whatever act of kindness we offer, it really is more about the warmth and the genuineness of the gesture that matters. And I too think that kindness is contagious. I've seen it. I've seen a person be kind to someone and they be kind to another. So I looked into a lot of different articles and YouTube videos, and I came across this TEDx talk. It was written by, or performed, I guess, by motivational speaker Mike Robbins. I want to share something that he said. He said, we have to understand the distinction between recognition and appreciation. They are related, but they aren't the same thing, and we get them confused all the time. Here's what recognition is. It's positive feedback based on results or performance. You produce a result, you get recognized. It's motivating, it feels good, it makes you work a little harder. Tom Peters says, celebrate what you want to see more of. Absolutely. However, recognition is finite. It's scarce. It's only based on our performance. And usually, in an organizational structure, it comes from the top down, and it gives some weight or merit to your actions. And therefore, it has limits. Appreciation, on the other hand, is much more expansive. It's more about people and less about what they do. It's about who they are. As I listened to this TEDx talk, I realized how much appreciation is an aspect of kindness. Appreciation offers a simple something to someone for just existing. It expresses gratitude or esteem or admiration in the spirit of recognition and enjoyment without the person having to do anything in particular. And really, it's expansive and generous. It doesn't require anything of us, but just to recognize another person, show them a little affection, warmth, love, recognize that they exist. I appreciate you rather than looking for something to appreciate about you. To me, that is the most lovely of kindnesses. And here's my wondering about kindness and appreciation. Not only how do we give it, but how do we receive it when it's freely given to us? Last week, 2 members of the congregation brought me some freshly baked banana bread. In case you weren't here a couple of weeks ago, I preached on Buddhism, and banana bread featured prominently in the sermon. When I received the banana bread, I said, "Gosh, thank you so much. It was a fabulous surprise." And then I wondered, had I shown enough gratitude? Should I send them a thank you note? Or maybe bake them some banana bread? I don't know about you, but when someone does a simple kindness for me, there are times when I wonder if I deserve it. Have you ever felt that way? Some people have. What did I do to deserve banana bread? By the way, I'm not soliciting more banana bread today, just an awareness there. Could it be that some of us have fallen out of the habit of receiving kindness or appreciation? Of letting that kindness or appreciation sink in? Of embracing the sense that we are a worthwhile human being deserving of something nice just because we exist? Our first principle in Unitarian Universalism is to affirm and promote the inherent worth and dignity of every human being. Being genuinely kind and appreciative of someone is one way to embody that principle. And another way, I think is important, is being mindful. Not mindful, but mindful, just so you're clarifying on that. When was the last time when someone was kind and you were mindful of that experience? Or when you were grateful and let yourself feel that gratitude being given? Mindfulness is about being in the moment, very much like our meditation today. Fully experiencing all that moment has to offer. Not focusing on past or future, not considering what you have to do, or even judging the action that you're experiencing. Letting yourself be in the moment, feeling the joy, the wonder, the awe, the love, the happiness, or whatever that experience has to offer you. Can you imagine letting yourself feel those feelings? And noticing as you feel the awe, the love, feeling gratitude welling up inside you in appreciation for a simple kindness. I have to admit, I don't always stay in the moment, especially when kindness or gratitude is in play. It's easy. It's so easy to get distracted by all the things that are happening, things that I'm worried about, the long list of things that I have to do. But I know how important it is. I know how it impacts my mind, my heart, my body. Just stay in the moment. Kindness and gratitude emerge from the intersection of the realization that we're not and cannot be in control of everything in the world or in our lives. And the parallel realization that we are interconnected with some amazing people who care for us and love us, maybe for just being a fellow human being on this journey through life. And the surprising thing is, we may not even know some of those amazing people. When was the last time a stranger was kind to you or appreciated something you did? Slow down, take it in. Or did you brush it off for some reason or another? Did you realize that we are truly part of the interdependent web of all existence? In that moment. I've had so many wonderful moments like that. I remember many years ago when I was into Black Friday shopping. I have given up that habit. It was sort of an addiction thing. I was walking on crutches due to knee surgery, and I went to Walmart to fight for some amazing deals. I guess I really hadn't thought the whole thing through. I mean, I know, I could stand in line, but then you had to go in, you had to fight for all you wanted and get it back out to your car, and it was raining. I mean, it was pouring. A number of strangers, people I didn't know, they helped me. Helped me get through the crowds, helped me get to the the items I wanted, helped me get to the register, helped me get my purchase to the car, helped me load up my car, all of those things. Despite their own desire to get what they wanted. And we'd all gotten up at 5 a.m., endured the long lines around the store. We all had to stand in line to get to the register, lines literally to the back and around the store. And like me, they had their own purchases that they had to get out to their own cars in the pouring rain. And you know, I didn't ask for help. They just helped me. They saw me as a fellow human being on this journey. At some point that early raining morning, I did wonder why. Why would these people help me? I mean, we were actually fighting to get things. And there was fighting all around us. But these strangers made it a priority to help me. They were kind. And I expressed my gratitude, really still a little stumped why these people had shown me kindness. A stranger on Black Friday in the rain. Friends, we need people. Not just here in this congregation. We need people in our lives. You know, one of our other principles is free and responsible search for truth and meaning. And in that search, often we talk about this individual search for truth and meaning. But for some reason, we've all gathered here and realizing that we need to share that search with other people. To learn from others, to understand the worldview of others. Every week, we come here, we experience the kindness, appreciation, and gratitude of others. We're collectively here on our search for truth and meaning. In Buddhism, like Unitarian Universalism, the emphasis is on individual enlightenment. However, Buddha, upon achieving enlightenment, literally the first thing he did from getting up from the Bodhi tree was to establish a monastic order to share his insights with others and to support them on their journeys. And he spent his whole life after enlightenment kindly and compassionately sharing his wisdom with anyone he came into contact with. There are many spiritual leaders that we know of who've done the same. Gandhi, Jesus, Mother Teresa are ones that come to mind. People who didn't just keep their insights to themselves, but embodied them and shared them with others, living a life of love and kindness. Being alone on our spiritual journey, we can be self-sufficient. We can experience insights and gain wisdom. We can even be kind to ourselves. But being with others, being in community on our spiritual journey, well, it puts our lives in perspective. It contextualizes our personal spiritual journeys. We understand ourselves and the world more completely. We embody interconnectedness with other people. We recognize the flaws in logic that we can only apprehend when being with others. And certainly, I've always heard that you have to be self-reliant to have strong self-esteem. I realize I don't have to rely solely on myself or my self-esteem. I can be with others. Kind, caring, appreciative others who bolster my self-regard. We come together to embody who we aspire to be. We come together to share our spiritual journeys with one another. We need other people in our lives. Not only those of us who have strong self-esteems, maybe those who need a little help. You all support each other's self-esteem and worthiness with kindness, with love, compassion. This doesn't mean I'm codependent on you, but it does mean I'm interdependent with you. And I hope you with me as we share this beloved community. When we bestow blessings and kindness on one another, we're not only offering positive regard, we're offering hope to one another. And sometimes those special moments when we're kind to one another, there's a gift so powerful that it seems to deny logic. And I'm not talking about anything supernatural. Simple act of kindness or appreciation, a simple expression of gratitude. Well, it can be inspirational. After you take in that kindness, appreciation, or gratitude in the moment, maybe you feel something profound. I invite you to step back. Watch the power of kindness shine. Shine a beautiful and awe-inspiring light to the world.
Our last song is We Belong to One Another. This is not in our hymnal, but is a very familiar tune, and we've sung it before. I think you'll do just fine. And I would like to express my gratitude to Brent. This is his second Sunday here with us, and the fact that he came to this church just as a visitor and offered his fabulous musical services while he's here in town with the theater. So we appreciate you, Brent.
Thank you.
And because, you know, so many people are always coming up to me, thanking me for the music, I want to thank the choir for always being very committed to the choir as well. And helping me do the job. All right, here we go.
Together, full of joy that we have.
All right. As our worship ends today, let the practice of mindfulness and kindness continue. May we discover the treasures hiding in today's, tomorrow's, this week's ordinary moments. The warmth of a morning coffee and a stranger's kindness, miracles in our lives. Let's go forth and feel the miracles of love, kindness, appreciation, and gratitude. Amen.